The use of tanks decided the First World War. The Germans realized that they need a tank army if they want to win a war. I've recreated all 6 of Germany's main tanks during World War II in Lego and will show you them now. In 1934 the production of the first Panzer has started. The Panzer I was born. I recreated the second version of it, called Panzer I Ausf.B. It features a 360 degrees turnable turret as well as working tracks. The tank was armed with 2 MG34s and had a weight of 5.4 tons. With a width of 2 meters and a length of 4 meters, it was the smallest tank in the German army. As all of the tanks in this video, this is built in 1/45 scale to fit perfectly the height of a minifigure. Let's continue with the Panzer II Ausf.C. The production of this model started in 1937 and it was well more armed than the Panzer I. The Germans introduced the first anti-tank gun in this tank, called 2 cm KWK-30. To be able to fight against infantry as well, the tank was armed with the MG34 in the turret. Due to the better armor, the tank was way heavier than the Panzer I. It has a total weight of 8.9 tons. My Lego version has the same features as the Panzer I, like a movable turret, movable tracks, as well as a fuel pipe. Let's continue with the well-known Panzer III. Especially in the early stages of the war, this tank was the main battle tank of Germany in World War II. This Panzer III Ausf.G was armed with a 5 cm KWK-38L/42. The idea of this tank was to have a medium-sized tank with a decent firepower. Paired with the anti-tank gun and the 2 MG34s, this tank was a solid weapon until 1941. The Panzer III was used until the end of the war and got upgraded armament every time. They continued with a 5 cm KWK-39L/60 and then continued with a 7.5 cm KWK-37L24. I've tried to capture all the unique shapes of this tank as best as I could, and I think it turned out really well. The use of U-clips helps definitely a lot designing those tanks. Let's continue with the Panzer IV Ausf.G. With a weight of 23 tons and a length of nearly 6.6 meters, this was a really big tank. My model features a pretty unique winter camo, which I really like. Because of the powerful T-34 at the Eastern Front, the Germans had to introduce a new and better tank. The tank was armed with a 7.5 cm KWK-40L/43, also known as Pak-40. This powerful weapon was very efficient until the end of the war. As you can see here, I've captured the unique shapes like the slope in the back and the fuel tube as best as I could. Let's move on with the big cats. The Panzer V Panther is one of the most famous German tanks from World War II. Many experts say that this tank was the perfect mix of firepower, speed, movement and armament. It was the perfect answer against the Russian T-34, but the Germans weren't able to produce as many Panthers as they needed. If you want to build this tank, you can check my tutorial video on YouTube and build it for completely free. The most interesting part of this tank is probably the back, as I captured the angled look of these tube pipes as best as I could. And to sum it up, let's talk about the most famous tank of World War II, the Tiger I. This powerful beast was feared at every battlefield. Because of the powerful 8.8 cm gun, this tank was able to knock out enemy tanks from kilometers away. The tank was designed to dominate the flat areas of the Soviet Union. One big flaw was the weight of 55 tons. Because of the weight, the engine as well as the suspension regularly didn't work like they should. The designing progress of this model was very complex, but I'm very happy with the overall look of this beast. It was also quite challenging to achieve the angle of the skirts. Here you can see all 6 tanks perfectly lined up. That's it for the video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.